It is the end of woke in an entire industry. Jaguar sales plummeting so badly, so incredibly, beyond what even seems statistically possible, that now every company out there is leaping from the woke train as fast as they can. Today, we'll show you what's happened and why it may not be long before Jaguar turns into the next Sears, making Bud Light executives look like geniuses. Folks, it is a fantastic day because you've come our way. What a fabulous thing that you are here to enjoy the content that we're sending out across the YouTubes. As we do, click the like button, and we're going to show you how bad it is, why Jaguar may not be long for this world, and woke, yes, woke, is done for, at least in the auto industry, but likely far beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, out of Breitbart, coming to you, it says, go woke, go broke. And this is unbelievable. Jaguar sales crashed 97%. Let me say it again. Jaguar sales crashed 97% after controversial rebrand. Oh, but it's worse than that. You say, well, it can't be. Well, it is. Get ready. Because according to Simon Kent of Breitbart, it's in Europe. And in Europe, this would be the place that they would be most accepting of that marketing campaign. Jaguar's vehicle sales in Europe dropped by 97% year over year in April 2025, with 49 units registered compared to 1,961 the year prior in the wake of its controversial rebrand. The iconic British marquee revealed that its new concept car, the Type 0000, to a mixed reaction last November as Breitbart News reported, with an advertising campaign that failed to showcase even one single vehicle. Here is that campaign. We'll turn the audio off in case that it has music. This was coming out just prior to the U.S. presidential election. This was the age of woke, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we were all supposed to enjoy. This is what corporations were being told by their consultant groups that folks wanted. I know it's impossible to believe, but yes, we wanted androgynous melted lipstick campaigns. And guess what? Jaguar bought completely in. Jaguar went all in. And as a result, Jaguar is completely out of the marketplace. I have been saying, and I'm going to continue to say, that woke is on its last legs, if it even had legs to begin with. This, I believe, is why entertainment companies are running away as fast as they can, at least if they have any sanity in their head. Microsoft excluded for different reasons. But if there's any sanity in the neurons of the morons who run these companies, they're getting away because Jaguar dropped to 97%, dropped to 3% of what their sales previously were. Disney looks at Pixar and says, oh dear, what happens when we go anywhere near this stuff? We get like $100 or $200 million at the box office versus $1 billion if we don't. The chasm is crazy wide. Kevin, I see you getting ready to dive in with us. Sir, Jaguar basically deleted itself with this campaign. Other companies don't want to. It's insane. Is this, sir, the final stake in the heart of at least woke marketing?
Le gasp. The Schadenfreude is real. This was lunacy to begin with. Jaguar is a masculine car brand, and we decided to just inject it with pixie dust on fuchsia-colored steroids. This was idiocy. You got what you deserved. I hope you learned the lesson. These brands, this is what happens when you use a moment in history to replace the people who knew what was going on with a bunch of affirmative action DEI hires who did not earn their way in. Meritocracy matters. KSIs matter. Ability matters. Skills matter. Common freaking sense matters. There's nothing about this stupid picture with these creepy looking androgynous creatures that was going to sell me a car. If anything, it made me want to turn off the TV and go for a walk. and wonder when the asteroid was coming to hit the Earth so that I didn't have to suffer for whatever this weird zombie apocalypse they're telling me is coming. I don't know why we have to keep doing this. Why are we living the SpongeBob meme?
Kevin, it worked in the comics industry, right? Comic books did this and everything's all right. What are you talking about?
Jim Lee's X-Men was turning on, cranking out
Kevin going now.
2 issues a month, and they can't even move 5,000 issues now. What? I can't.
I got Kevin going. Nat, let me get you in. Nat, do we look back at the last 4 or 5 years and just say, this was a weird, strange time where somebody somewhere decided it was a good idea to try to get rid of truth and beauty and expertise and like all the good things in life. And I know it's shocking. It spectacularly failed.
Well, I mean, I feel like the after effects will be with us for a while longer than just a few years to come. But at the same time, what Jaguar did was get rid of all their legacy and their backbone and their Britishness, essentially. And Land Rover and Jaguar are actually owned by Tata Motors, which is Indian company. And then they hired in this super woke marketing agency that they have now fired. But now they're left with the remnants of what they thought was a great idea with an electric car as well.
Nat, they made Bud Light look like geniuses. How do you do that?
The fact that they also went really deep in with electric vehicle and trying to change and trying to progress and trying to go with the flow of everybody else. But now we're also seeing a decline in a lot of electric vehicles, not all of them.
Pause that, Vash. Go back to the car for a minute. Go back to the car. Nat, listen, people can drive whatever they want. Electric car, ICE, they can drive a hybrid. I don't care. Hydrogen, heck, you can do that if you want to. Good luck finding a station. But Nat, you don't have to make it look like it's a lipstick bottle. What? I mean, this is only made for like 5% of the population. There's a very small segment of women who look at this and say, oh, yes, I would like for my car to look like a cosmetic item in my purse, please.
I'm not part of that segment. I want
None
a
of us
pickup
are.
truck. But,
None of us are.
Look, the type
gas guzzling pickup truck. But I mean, the fact that they went with that design as well, if they would have just put an electric motor into the vehicles and the style they had before that was so beautiful, I think that might have worked a bit better.
Absolutely. Culture, what were you going to say?
Oh, just that the Jaguar 00. I mean, it was always a terrible look. It should have just stayed a concept car. It never should have rolled off the concept.
Apparently, Culture, it was named after its sales numbers that were going to happen. Yeah,
yeah, it's not doing well. And set aside the marketing campaign. It's the shift to electric at the worst possible time. And as Nat brings up, and something that I've talked about, Mr. H and I kind of focused on when we were breaking this down as it was happening, is that the car companies shifted to India. They don't have anything other than the factory. They don't have a lot of connections to the original British brand anymore. And it shows. It shows in the things that they support and the things that they push and everything else. So Nat was, onto something that I think is the biggest problem here. The electric car market is a tiny little wedge. It's a niche of a broader thing that more people can support and afford and operate regularly. In a lot of countries, stable electricity can be an issue at times. So how are you gonna get your car charged if you have blackouts every 2 or 3 days? I mean, it's a real issue. So when you look at the direction that the car company was headed and the removal of the iconic growler, let's say, that really did change the overall look and feel of these cars. And to be fair, it's not like their sales were up in the stratosphere to begin with. This is a very niche brand, and they are making themselves more niche because they are going all electric. Do you know what happens to niche electric brands? They go out of business. It's happened a lot.
I've got an idea. Marvin, what if we change the name? What if instead of the 00, it's the Riri?
Oh boy.
She does build her final suit out of a car, despite the fact that Tony Stark showed us why we're not allowed to do that in 2008's Iron Man. But
it could be solar powered. It doesn't have to be electric, Marvin. It can be a solar powered vehicle. It runs only on the wind.
Well, why stop there? Why not just make it be powered by magic like they do in that stupid show? No, but there is only one real name in electric vehicles right now, and it involves a guy that the people they're trying to reach with this definitely do not like, and obviously being Tesla. This was one of the most ridiculously stupid marketing campaigns I have ever seen in my life. It is not broke, but we are going to fix it anyway because we don't like the audience that we have. This was like Bud Light not realizing that their core audience are just heartland families who just need a cheap beer for the weekend for their barbecue.
Marvin, this looks like Cirque du Soleil on acid in a nightmare dream you never want to have again.
Yep. And let me tell you something. The people that you're trying to reach with this marketing campaign can't afford an electric car.
Yeah, they're homeless.
Well, they're typically soaking up, government funding and whatnot. So
you can kind of tell that the marketing team kind of like they really regretted what they had done, or at least Jaguar did, because the first ad has doesn't have a single car, and then the second ad has only cars featured, so with no human beings whatsoever. So that's kind of the difference there. I mean, I think Culture makes a great point. Let
me say this about the car real quick, because everything's bad about this, but the car, listen, I think Cybertrucks are cool, and I think the Batmobile is cool, but I think combining the Cybertruck and the Batmobile together is a bad idea, and then having it look like it's made out of lipstick. Mauve is not what you want to go with if you're going to sell a car. I'll just tell you. So lavender, no way. Jose. All right, panel. Last words on this one. Is this the end? Like, is this actually enough to scare the other companies away? And some have said, Pro, why did you say earlier excluding Microsoft? It's because Microsoft has a constant stream of massive money. And when they dip their toes into entertainment, or when they are in entertainment, Microsoft doesn't care. They can be woke. They can be not woke, because the money's going to flow no matter what. So excluding Microsoft, do you think other companies now have had a wake-up call finally from this?
I don't think you're ever going to see a car company try this again. I think that car companies especially are realizing you have to go for mass appeal. You cannot pander to niches, especially in this climate. I think that the industry has learned its lesson. And, much like we said, Amber Heard was the cautionary tale. This is the cautionary tale for the car industry. This is what everyone's going to be. We don't want to be Jaguar.
Wow.
There you go. Folks, we'll leave it there. We've at least got one time when woke is going truly broke in an industry and stripped out of it, top to bottom. That one has no power, no go-go. See ya, woke. Don't come back to the car industry anytime soon. Pulling Hollyweird to the sensible center, the mainstream middle where money is made, is not easy, but folks, you make it easy to make videos each and every day, because sharing time with you is a great honor, and we never take it lightly. An attitude of gratitude every single time we have the chance to shine with you. Until the next time, we only ask that you click that like button, share, subscribe, click it, stick it to the algorithms. It is the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. And folks, don't worry about paying any kind of tuition for this free class and how entertainment works. You are on scholarship. Highest IQ on the internet. That's you for sure. Until the next time we have the opportunity to spend time together, folks, we just ask that you keep learning, keep growing, and as ever, keep having fun.
Jump into the water.
Why listen to music made by people and companies who really don't like you? Check out Vacation Radio today and prepare for all new content made by the people behind the WDW Pro Channel. It's the place you need for all the music. That should be fun.
So I give them cannonball. Yeah!
Hundreds of songs, every genre you can imagine. Listen live on YouTube and enjoy a set list that's always sunny. It's Vacation Radio. What are you waiting for? Every WDW Pro video has a link to Vacation Radio in the video description. Try it out and subscribe today.